On a besoin d'un petit appel à l'aide. We're not the only one that suffers from complaints. It's really hard to operate a bar in Montreal.
Soundproofing the windows here at Names on the Way restaurant and bar in Montreal's Plateau is just one of the measures owners took to help reduce noise complaints. But co-owner Renaud Lambert says their liquor license is still at stake and they're being taken to court for disturbing the peace after one too many complaints. This all comes after music hall La Tulipe, also in the Plateau, announced it was temporarily closing because of a court order due to a noise complaint, something that Lambert says they're at risk of also.
If we lose our bar permit, we have to close down and we lose all our investments. De signer notre pétition, ça nous aiderait grandement en cours.
Lambert took to social media in hopes to make noise in another way, launching a petition that had nearly 3,000 signatures by Thursday afternoon.
It was a bit of a last resort because we try to work with the city, we try to work with people that we could, but nothing really changed.
He says for the last 2 years, almost every weekend, they get fines of up to $1,500 and have spent tens of thousands on updating their audio systems to limit noise, adding security inside and outside, limiting their opening nights, even renting the apartments upstairs. They also installed a decibel reader.
So that way we have an indicative of the sound when we have a bit of music.
Lambert says the complaints come from some neighbors.
We need to understand that operating a restaurant and a bar is a bit noisy.
I'm not that bothered, but I can hear like people shouting, but the music and the establishment, I think it's quite okay.
The doors are closed at La Tulipe for the time being, the owner said in a statement Tuesday after the Quebec Court of Appeal ordered the concert venue to prevent any noise from being heard by residents of the building next door after a years-long legal saga about noise levels with the owner of that building.
When I saw that, it really frustrated me, so that's when we thought about just talking about it, us too, before we have the same punishment as them.
On Wednesday, Plateau Montreal Borough Mayor Luc Rabouin said the court's ruling was based on an interpretation of one of the borough's bylaws that was intended to be used for disputes between neighbors relating to noise prohibited indoors and outdoors. On Thursday, the city was holding an emergency session to exempt music halls, bars, and restaurants. The change is expected to be adopted on October 7th before Lambert's first court date on October 15th.
We're really happy actually that it moved quick, and we just don't want other bars to suffer what we are currently suffering.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.